Okay, first off, before we go into the chapter review of The Promised Neverland, I just want to make sure that everybody that's watching this video is safe and is making sure they're protecting themselves and making sure they're washing their hands and staying very hygienic at this moment in time in this current pandemic crisis and everything like that. But that's really much it. Just want to make sure that everybody is keeping themselves protected and promised that they are staying hygienic and everything like that by washing their hands wherever they go, making sure they have hand sanitizer on them whenever they need it, and everything like that with the current situation involved. Other than that, let's crack down to this week's chapter review because it was quite a doozy again this time. So like always, 3, 2, 1, hit the intro. And just like that, Pirata is gone. Dead. Well, that was a sudden anticlimactic ending to Pirata's life. And that's one thing. I don't know what I feel about this chapter. I mean, on the one hand, it's reassuring that I had a feeling he was going to die anyway. But that's the thing. That's always been my thing. That's always been my case. That's always been my thoughts. That's always been my individual understanding of this series. Is that he was going to die. And he went the way I ended up after reading last week's chapter, after waiting on the week. I actually realised that this was where he was going to go. And that is it. I mean, it starts off with a flashback from the get-go. And I mean from the get-go. And it really is something that amazes me to no end on how everything goes. It just is just an amazing thing to be one of those things. So let's crack down to this chapter. Okay, so now that I've had my little ramble of how my thoughts about how he ended his life, really seemed like a little bit underwhelming in some regards, and that is really what I really thought about. It was very underwhelming indeed, and I didn't really see the point in it at all on the way he ended it. Now we cut to a flashback where we see him and his brother, how he was a child, how he was the younger brother to William Minerva Rattery, and how his brother stumbled upon the documents on the truth about the promise, and how their ancestor Julius betrayed his own people to create this promise and to create this farm system scheme for demons to have children and everything like that from the get-go. And he realized that this ain't right, this is a curse, this isn't heroism or everything. And then Peter was looking at it and going, no, this is what heroes do, this is what bringing the keeping the promise alive and everything, this is what heroes do. He decided to save his own hide, to protect everybody else, and threw away his friends. That's what heroes do. No, his brother didn't see it like that. So then we know, because we had several other backstories and flashbacks earlier in the series, or nearer the end of the climax, where we see that Minerva was trying to help the kids, help any escaped children to be free, get to the human world without Peter knowing, having people he can trust within the clan that can act like a double-edged sword or a double spy and everything like that. But Pia found those, he killed all of them, he also got his brother killed at a very young age by the looks of things, with the last words of being, "I'm sorry." Now, "I'm sorry" literally does get revealed to really mean, in this chapter, to be, "I'm sorry that you are in this world, and you are trapped within this luxurious scheme of this promise that is a curse." So he then starts to realise and starts to break free and starts to realise what his brothers was trying to do was to free him from this thing and free everybody else from this thing and to end the Rattery clan's role completely. But at the end of it cuts back to the current events, and he pulls out the knife of what he was originally going to use on Emma, and he goes, "I can't go with you kids. It might be nice and whatever to go with you and everything like that, but after what I've done, killing my brother and pretty much him killing his brother and everything like that, it just seems like, no, I can't do that. I'm gonna enjoy this new promise that you're gonna make in the depths of hell." And we see him literally just cut and stab his neck. And pretty much the chapter ends there. I mean, the chapter was great and all, and I mean it was very great. The art was on point, and in some ways I do feel sorry for Peter Artery being how he is. He idolized his ancestors. He idolized his brother as a hero. He then hated his brother after his brother found the true meaning and reason why Julius made the promise and everything like that, and allowed his friends being killed and eaten by the demons in the first place. But Peter's brother was just trying to free Peter himself at the young age of a child, so he didn't have to bear the burden on following and keeping this promise in tow to the point where he would have gone insane. And it did make him go insane, as we learned, to the point where he's not worthy to live with Emma and co in the human world. He gave Emma and co the passcode to get to the human world and to tell his uncle that. And at this moment in time, I don't really think that's his uncle either. After realizing how this whole hierarchy system, like, roles are, with the sister, mother, and grandmother's ranking systems for the nuns, pretty much, makes me wonder if it was the same for the Rattery clan, and uncle is just one of the ranks. Because knowing that, it wouldn't surprise me if that was the case anyway. But it wouldn't surprise me either if he's actually is an actual Rattery and is actually the uncle, because at the moment in time, we don't actually know, to be honest. But that's pretty much all I could say about this. But other than that, it was a great chapter, and I'm not going to deny that it wasn't a great chapter. I wasn't going to deny that it wasn't bad. I just feel a little bit more on the offensive of how Peter Artery decided to go. I mean, there would have been better ways to do this. But that's just me, that's my opinion. So, like always, comment down below in the comment sections down below what you liked and didn't like about this week's chapter of The Promised Neverlands. Did you enjoy the way Peter Artery ended up going? And did you enjoy the little bit of flashbacks that we learned about his little bit of his childhood and how he betrayed his brother and got him killed and stuff like that? What did you like about that flashback bit? Just tell me your thoughts down in the comments below, because I really did like that little bit. It made me understand Peter Artery a little bit better. in that flashback scene, but at the same time with the current event that happened in the present where he ended up killing himself, it makes me wonder if there was any reason to do it in the first place, because he felt like a character that could have been redeemed, but at the same time it very, very felt like a type of homage to Death Note in a way where he still wanted to hold on that slither of hope, the slither of what he knew and believed in before he died, and hoped that he could have continued on and win, but no, he died. So yeah, just comment down below what you thought about all that. What if you liked the flashback? Did you like his little? Did you like his little childhood flashback? Did you like the way he got killed off? Anything like that? Just comment it down below. And yeah, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now. See ya. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed this chapter review of The Promised Neverlands. Like always, that be appearing on the screen, you can check out the last episode of my Geek Corners episode of Franchise Talks on Transformers. You can also subscribe to Franchise Talks as well, and you can also check out the Promised Neverland chapter review playlist as well. That's probably appearing on screen. And if you like this video, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, then please make sure that you hit that subscribe button and also hit that bell notification to keep up to date with all my videos in the near future. Other than that, I've been your host, Kai from Kai's Take Corner, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now. See ya.